Okay, 7.2, left-tailed test for the mean. So now we're going to see how P and Z come into play with running one of these tests. Now here's the order that I'll do things in. Okay, you write statements. Okay, label the claim. Figure out which tailed test. Just look and see what alpha is. Okay, in this problem they give us alpha equals 0.05. Then you draw a picture. And then you go to test. But anyways, there's the hypothesis, and I forgot to put in mu. Sorry about that. So mu would be here. Mu is just for mean. So null is the mean is greater than or equal to 68,000. The alternative is that it's less than. Now, this is example 9 on page 379. So there's a lot there. I'll leave it to you to go and be looking at that problem, see how to work through it. But I've tried to simplify it here. So you do the statements, determine which one's the claim. This is the claim that you get from reading. Okay, then you figure out what tail test it is. It's less than on the bottom. Remember, it's always the bottom, the alternative, so it's left-tailed. Draw a picture. It's very helpful. So here's my picture. They're saying it's left-tailed, so over here, there's alpha, right? We're going to see if we get something smaller than or equal to 0.05. Okay, so then you run a test, and what you do is you do a z-test. Okay, what does that look like on your calculator? Hopefully you can see this okay. Not very good. It's too, that's better. Okay, there's what the numbers look like. Z-test. And then you run it. That's what your results would look like. So here's what we get. It gives you both Z and P. You can use either of those to determine whether you're going to reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so in this case, we get P is greater than alpha. Okay, because there's P, right? 0.14, that's greater than 0.05. Fail to reject. Okay, now there's your Z. Okay, what do you compare that to? Well, you compare that to this 0.165. So alpha is 0.05. The critical value, the cutoff associated with that is negative 0.165. Where do you get that? Remember, we were just looking at that. Okay, negative 0.165 is critical value found using inverse norm. Okay. Negative 1.10 is to the right. So it's over here. You gotta go, this is the rejection region, right? So because it's left-tailed, we're going, okay, did we get something left of this? We didn't. So still, same result. Reject, fail to reject, fail to reject. Okay, so then, how do we conclude? Well, to conclude, let's look at the back here. Okay, this is from 7.1. Right? Remember, the first thing you do is decide whether to reject or fail to reject, and then you have to note, okay, which one was my claim? Okay, so here was our setup. We failed to reject. The claim is alternative. So we failed to reject. The claim was alternative. There is not enough evidence to support the claim. I just want to point out, if the claim is the null, you will always use this language where there's enough evidence or not enough evidence to reject. Okay, so if you reject, okay, or fail to reject the null and the claim is the null, it's always in terms of rejecting, not rejecting. If the claim is the alternative, it's always in terms of supporting, not supporting or supporting. Okay, but this will obviously come in handy as you work through things. So what's our conclusion? There is not enough evidence at the 5% level of significance to support the employee's claim that the mean salary is less than $68,000. Okay, and remember that was given to us. That's alpha.